Wouldn't it be really cool if you knew when to coach and when not to coach? That's what I'm going to share with you now. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Patrick Stahl and I'm the lead trainer at Perfect Life. I teach leadership and self-leadership, but that's not important now. What I want you to do is to think about whose responsibility it is. Whenever someone comes to you with a question or a task, ask yourself, is this my responsibility, your responsibility, or our responsibility? This is important because we teach a lot of these tools that are super simple, like coaching and feedback and all of that, but then we apply them in the wrong situations. So this is something called manage, lead, coach. If this is my responsibility, if I'm in charge of getting everyone to hand in the TPS reports on the 13th, because otherwise people will not get, salaries, then this is clearly my responsibility. So if someone says, hey, can I hand it in the 17th because I got a lot of stuff to do, I have to manage the situation. My responsibility, manage. Which means I say, I'm sorry, that's not negotiable. It's the 13th. Those are the regulations, those are the rules, the policies, procedures, the law. It's not negotiable. So when it's my responsibility, I have to explain what's negotiable and what's not negotiable. So you can wait until the 13th if you want to. You can hand it in on the 11th, that's fine, or on the 9th, but not on the 14th and certainly not on the 17th. So what's not negotiable? Then sometimes, if it's our collective responsibility, then we need to lead, because us together means leadership. That means that I have to answer you that I know you're asking for my advice, but hey, let's do this. Let's talk about it together and let's decide together. This is important because even if I am more senior than the other person, if I am leading, it means that we have a collective responsibility to perhaps present data for an external party or for another function or for a customer. So we have been tasked with this collectively, even though I may outrank you. I still have to quickly pivot to leadership, which is, let's talk about it together. Let's decide together. And if it's an undecisive vote, then I will have to, cast a deciding vote. But let's talk together, decide together. That's leading. That's when it's our responsibility. The third version is when it's your responsibility. When I look at the other person, I'm thinking, yes, I'm the head of sales, but you're one of my top salespeople and you come to me with a problem with one of our clients, one of your responsible clients, where you're the key account manager for that client. Even if all of sales is my responsibility, that client relationship is your responsibility. So then I coach. If it's your responsibility, I can do it quick and dirty and say, hey, look, I'll deal with this, I'll fix this, and I'll call Clive or Marta, and they will take care of this, don't worry. But what happens then? We train other people into being, helpless. They will come to you with smaller and smaller things, and then suddenly you're thinking, oh, why can't people do their own job? Because you train them to. So instead, when it's their responsibility, then point that out. Say that, okay, I know I'm head of sales, but that client is your responsibility. So I'm going to coach you. I'm going to coach you how to deal with this situation so that you can deal with bigger situations in the future and grow in your role. So that's when it's your responsibility, then you coach. My responsibility, I manage. Our responsibility, I lead. Your responsibility, I coach. And here's the kicker. Sometimes in a conversation, you have to be like you're on a balancing board. You have to balance, and then you manage to say, no, that's not allowed. And then you perhaps pivot over to coaching. So what are your options? And then you go back and forth between different positions. Manage, lead, coach. So just remember, when the next time someone asks you something or wants you to do something or asks for your advice, just quickly ask yourself, whose responsibility is this? Mine, yours, ours. Good luck. If you like this stuff, please subscribe to this channel.